Chapter-7 Manufacturing Industries. Let's learn industry, classification of industries, factors affecting the location of industries, industrial system, industrial regions, industrial disasters, distribution of major industries, information technology industry. Industry refers to an economic activity that is concerned with production of goods, extraction of minerals or provision of services. Thus we have iron and steel industry, production of goods, coal mining industry, extraction of coal, and tourism industry, service provider. In industrial geography, the locational aspects of an industry are very important. Any type of industry requires some inputs, and using them, a range of different products are generated. All consumer products go to the market, while all intermediary products go to other industries. Transportation of various inputs and outputs entails transportation costs, and normally an industry is likely to be located where such costs are low. So various considerations influence industrial location. InfoHive. China manufactures more than 40 times as many personal computers per person than the rest of the world. Production of goods in large quantities after processing the raw materials into more valuable products is called manufacturing. The economic strength of a country is measured by development of manufacturing industries, and hence the manufacturing sector is considered as the economic backbone of a country. Manufacturing sector reduces the dependence of people on agriculture by providing them jobs. Export of manufactured goods brings in foreign exchange. Classification of industries. There are various kinds and range of goods and services, and so industries may be also of various types. Based on factors like availability of raw materials and skilled labor, sources of power, water supply, capital, market for manufactured goods and transport facilities available, we classify industries into several groups. On the basis of raw materials, agro-based industries. When products obtained from plants and animals are used as raw materials, the industry is called agro-based industry. For example, cotton textiles, jute textiles, silk textiles, sugar, edible oil, food processing, etc. Mineral-based industries. When minerals and rocks are the raw materials, it is called mineral-based industry. For example, iron and steel, aluminium, cement, petrochemicals, etc. The products of mineral-based industry feed other industries. Pastoral-based industries. The industries which obtain raw materials from animals like sheep, goats, cattle, etc., using their skins, bones, flesh, horns, milk, etc., are classified as pastoral-based industries. Some of the pastoral-based industries are woolen textiles, leather goods, dairy products, etc. Marine-based industries. When products from seas and oceans are used as raw materials, it is called marine-based industry. For example, seafood processing, fish oil production. Forest-based industries. When forest produces the raw material, it is called forest-based industry. For example, paper, furniture, pharmaceuticals, safety machines, resin, cardboard, lac, etc. On the basis of size. On the basis of size, that is, the amount of capital invested, labor employed, and volume of goods produced. Industries can be classified as follows. Cottage industry. When products are manufactured by hand and by artisans, it is called a cottage industry. Cottage industry utilizes locally available raw materials and basic tools and equipment. Basket weaving, pottery, etc. are examples of cottage industry. A small amount of capital is invested in these industries. Cottage industries are labor-intensive and most workers are family members. These industries are found in rural areas. The volume of production is very low or limited, hence the products are mainly for sale in the local markets. Usually farmers, subsistence and craftspeople who are not fully occupied economically make such goods as ropes, handloom cloth, leather items, mats, etc. in their free time. Small-scale industry. In India, if the capital invested in setting up of an industry is less than 1 crore, then the industry is called a small-scale industry. Raw materials are obtained from outside. Volume of production is more, so goods are sold through middlemen or traders. The number of people employed are more, and these industries have to employ people from outside their family as well. A small-scale industry employs power-driven machinery. It is usually owned by an individual. The role of small-scale industries in a developing country is a major one, as they produce cloth, paper goods, toys, furniture, machine parts, electrical goods, utensils, leather goods, etc. Large-scale industry. When the capital investment exceeds 1 crore in setting up of an industry, it is called a large-scale industry. Large-scale industry also produces in large volumes. These industries make huge investments and use superior and modern technology in their manufacturing processes. The labor force involved in these industries is also very large, and a complex management system is employed. For example, automobile industry, iron and steel industry. On the basis of ownership. Private sector industries. These are owned and operated by individuals or a group of individuals, for example, Tata Steel and Reliance Industries. Public sector industries. These are owned by the central or state governments or their agencies, for example, Bokaro Steel, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL. Joint sector industries. These are jointly owned and managed by private owners and government agencies. For example, HPCL, Mittal Energy Limited, HMEL. Cooperative sector industries. When workers or producers join together to form a company in which profit and workload are equally shared, it is called a cooperative. For example, Amul, Lijjat, Mother Dairy, etc. Multinational corporations. These industries are set up in collaboration with foreign investors. Such industries are owned and managed by members of 2 or more countries. These include companies like Nestle, Nissan Motors, etc. Factors affecting the location of industries. Different industries require different kinds of inputs. Importance of different inputs varies due to their varying cost. Their requirement in various proportions, ease or difficulty in availability, various scales of industrial operation, or any such reason. These factors are non-ubiquitously distributed around the world so as to exert different pulls to locate an industry in their favor. In all cases, an ideal industrial location always gives maximum cost advantages or minimum cost disadvantages. Factors affecting the location of industries are regular and assured availability of raw materials, availability of large areas of land, availability of water. Industries like paper tanning of leather, etc. need large amounts of water and hence are located near rivers, canals or lakes. Availability of skilled labor at reasonable wages. Availability of cheap and adequate power supply. Availability of transportation facilities at reasonable rates. Favorable government policies. Availability of capital to be invested from banks or government. Proximity to market for prompt sale of produced goods. Brain tickler. What types of human resources are needed in different industries? Industrial system. The functioning of an industry depends on a system, and that system is known as industrial system. This system has 3 steps: inputs, processes, and outputs. The inputs are the raw materials, labor, land, machinery, transport, power, and other infrastructure. The processes include a wide range of activities that convert raw materials into finished products. The output is the end product and the income earned from it. For example, if one needs to make paper, the initial step is to acquire land, set up the plant, building and machinery, employ labor, get power and water supply, and finally procure wood. In the next step, wood is processed into wood pulp. Wood pulp is then mixed with chemicals and finally changed into paper by the use of machines. The final stage of this finished product is distribution. For example, paper is required by schools, colleges, offices, and publishing industry. Industrial regions. Industrial regions emerge when a number of industries are located close to each other and share the benefits of their closeness. Places which have industries clustered together are called industrial regions. Major industrial regions of the world are Eastern Asia, Japan, China, South Korea, Eastern Europe around Moscow, Russia, Western Central Europe, area around the North Sea, Eastern North America, region around the Great Lakes. Major industrial regions tend to be located in temperate areas, near seaports and especially near coal fields. India has several industrial regions like Mumbai, Pune cluster, Bangalore, Coimbatore, Madurai region, Hooghly region, Ahmedabad, Vadodara region, Chota Nagpur industrial belt, Vishakhapatnam, Guntur belt, Gurgaon, Delhi, Meerut region, and the Kollam, Thiruvananthapuram industrial cluster. Industrial disasters. In industries, accidents and disasters mainly occur due to technical failure or irresponsible handling of hazardous material. One of the worst industrial disasters of all time occurred in Bhopal on December 3, 1984, around 1 a.m. A poisonous gas containing methyl isocyanate and some other chemical fumes leaked from the pesticide plant of Union Carbide, India. An estimated 2,000 people died immediately. 3 lakh people and 7,000 animals were injured. How industrial disasters can be averted? Densely populated residential areas should be located far away from industrial areas. People staying in the vicinity of industries should be aware of the storage of toxins or hazardous substances, their possible effects and antidote, or first aid in case an accident occurs. Fire warning and fighting systems should be improved. Storage capacity of toxic substances should be limited. Pollution dispersion equipment in the industries should be improved. Distribution of major industries. In the light of generalized knowledge, locational aspects of some important industries need to be understood. Some of the world's major industries are the iron and steel industry, the textile industry, and information technology industry. Let us study about them one by one. InfoHive. Industries are responsible for pollution caused by them to environment. They also have responsibility towards the health of the people living in the areas where they have been established. Iron and steel industry. Iron and steel is one of the most basic industries. It provides the base for other industries. It is also called a feeder industry, as it provides raw materials for other industries. Iron and steel are used today to make many products and machines, and therefore this industry has played a substantial role in development of the modernized world. Iron is extracted from iron ore in a huge container called a blast furnace. Iron and steel are the products obtained from iron extraction. Iron ores such as hematite contains iron oxide. The molten iron after separation from the iron ore is cooled or molded to make pig iron. India being a developing country, iron and steel industry has a very important role to play. The manufacturing of steel is regarded as one of the key industries. It is a prerequisite for modern industrial development. Large amounts of iron and steel is required for constructing bridges, rail tracks, railway rolling stock, ships, vehicles, various machines, power plants, airports, etc. India's iron and steel industry is one of the important contributors to the wealth of the country. In 2014-15, India was the third largest producer of raw steel and the largest producer of sponge iron in the world. The industry produced 91.46 metric tons of total finished steel and 9.7 metric tons of pig iron. The Indian steel industry began expanding into Europe in the 21st century. In January 2007, India's Tata Steel made a successful $11.3 billion offer to buy European steelmaker Chorus Group. In 2006, Mittal Steel, based in London but with Indian management, acquired Arcelor for $34.3 billion to become the world's biggest steel maker, ArcelorMittal, with 10% of the world's output. Location of iron and steel industry effectively responded to the changing nature of different locational factors. The countries in which iron and steel industry is located are Germany, UK, Sweden, France, Italy, Poland and Austria in Europe, Alabama, Pittsburgh, Lake Erie region and Mid-Atlantic states in the USA, China, Japan and India in Asia, Algeria, Egypt, Zimbabwe and South Africa in Africa. Other countries include Brazil, Colombia, Chile, Venezuela and Australia. InfoHive. The inputs for iron and steel industry are iron ore, coal, limestone, manganese, labor, capital, infrastructure, etc. In India, the main centers for iron and steel production are Jamshedpur, Rourkela, Durgapur, Bokaro, Bhilai, Salem, Vishakhapatnam and Vijayanagar. Tata Iron and Steel Industry at Jamshedpur, a case study. Before 1947, there was only one iron and steel plant in the country, Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited, TISCO. It was privately owned. TISCO was started in 1907 by Jamshedji N. Tata at Sakchi in the Singhbhum district of Jharkhand. But the production started in 1910. Later on, Sakchi was renamed as Jamshedpur. Sakchi was chosen to set up the steel plant because of the following reasons. This place was only 32 kilometers away from Kalimati station on the Bengal-Nagpur railway line. It was close to the iron ore, coal and manganese deposits as well as to Kolkata, which provided a large market. Brain tickler. Who was Alfred Weber? What are his contributions in industrial science? TISCO gets coal from Jharia coal fields and iron ore, limestone, dolomite and manganese from Odisha and Chhattisgarh. The Kharkai and Subarna Rekha rivers ensured sufficient water supply. Government initiatives provided adequate capital for its later development. All these factors consolidated the establishment and development of iron and steel industry in India, which led to the rapid industrial growth in the country. Iron and steel industry at Pittsburgh, USA, a case study. Pittsburgh is an important steel city of United States of America. It is also known as Iron City. In the mid-19th century, processing of iron began in Pittsburgh. The steel industry at Pittsburgh enjoys locational advantages. Some of the raw materials such as coal is available locally, while the iron ore comes from iron mines at Minnesota, about 1,500 kilometers from Pittsburgh. Between these mines and Pittsburgh is one of the world's best routes for shipping ore cheaply, the famous Great Lakes Waterway. Trains carry the ore from the Great Lakes to the Pittsburgh area. The Ohio, the Monongahela and the Allegheny rivers provide adequate water supply. The geographical conditions of Pittsburgh have a favorable topography, temperate climate, skilled labor and market, which make this place favorable for development of iron and steel industry. Cotton textile industry. Cotton textile industry is one of the oldest industries in the world. It requires raw cotton, a tropical and subtropical crop, cheap and large labor pool. automation has reduced its importance in some areas. Power, good transport, humid climate, large plants may maintain it artificially, capital and large market, etc. Cotton is regarded as nearly pure raw material, so its pressure on industrial location is very low, and other locational factors, particularly transport, labor, power and market, become important. Electricity has reduced this industry's dependency on primitive sources of power, and automation has diluted the need of skill, large labor pool requirement, and thus considerations of market to link the industry effectively with the consumer become important. Initially, it was in the form of scattered, small cottage industry, but invention of spinning and weaving machinery later made it a regular industry. The United Kingdom and other Western countries were the main producers up to the end of 19th century. Before the Industrial Revolution, cotton cloth was made on handlooms, but a series of inventions in England in late 18th century, flying shuttle 1733, carding machine in 1748, spinning mule 1779, resulted in a rapid growth of this industry. Power looms run on water power and steam engines were first used in 1785. In the 20th century, the techniques of spinning, weaving, dyeing, printing and finishing spread to cotton-growing areas of Europe, USA, China, Japan, India and across the entire world, where cheap large labor pool and local strong market already existed. Thus, over the period, cotton textile sector remained one of the highly dispersed industries in the InfoHive. About 1/3 of the total production of Indian textile industry is exported. Textile industry today is concentrated in India, Hong Kong, South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, USA, Brazil, Italy, Russia, China and the UK. Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad is located in Gujarat on the banks of Sabarmati River. The first cotton textile mill was established in 1859. It soon became the second largest textile city of India. After Mumbai, Ahmedabad was often referred to as the Manchester of India. Favorable locational factors were responsible for development of the textile industry in Ahmedabad. This city is situated very close to cotton growing areas. This ensures easy availability of raw material. The climate is ideal for spinning and weaving. The flat terrain and easy availability of land is suitable for establishment of the mills. The densely populated states of Gujarat and Maharashtra provide both skilled and semi-skilled labor. Well-developed road and railway network permits easy transportation of textiles to different parts of the country, thus providing easy access to the market. Mumbai and Kandla ports facilitate import of machinery and export of cotton textiles. Osaka. Osaka is a designated city in the Kansai region of Japan. It is the capital city of Osaka Prefecture, the second largest metropolitan area in Japan, and among the largest in the world with nearly 19 million inhabitants. Situated at the mouth of the Yodo River on Osaka Bay, Osaka is Japan's second largest city by the daytime population after Tokyo. It serves as a major economic hub. InfoHive. During World War II, Osaka was bombed in the middle of the night and more than 10,000 civilians died. Today it is an important industrial center in Japan. Osaka is an important textile center of Japan, also known as the Manchester of Japan. One of Japan's largest cities and principal industrial and commercial centers. Osaka is the focal point of a chain of industrial cities. The extensive plains around Osaka ensured that land was easily available for the growth of cotton mills. Its warm, humid climate is well suited to spinning and weaving. The river Yodo provides sufficient water for the mills and labor is easily available. Location of port facilitates import of raw cotton and export of finished textiles. Information technology IT industry. Storage, processing and distribution of information are the main tasks of information technology industry. A series of technological, political and socio-economic factors has made it a global industry. Silicon Valley in California, USA and Bengaluru in India are some of the major hubs of the IT industry. Bengaluru is one of the fastest growing cities in India and is known as the information technology IT capital of the country. During the 1990s, this garden city gained this reputation because many firms were established during this period which specialized in research and development in the fields of electronics and software development. In fact, the first IT park in India was built here. Many cities now emulate this model. The following points make Bengaluru the Silicon Valley of India. Presence of a large number of educational and IT institutions ensure a steady supply of human resources. Comfortable environment of the city. Business-friendly policies were made by successive governments in Karnataka to promote the IT industry. Some other important IT centers in India are New Delhi, Hyderabad, Chennai, Gurgaon, Pune, Thiruvananthapuram, Kochi and Chandigarh. Silicon Valley, California, USA. Silicon Valley is a part of Santa Clara Valley located on San Francisco, California Peninsula in the USA. The region is home to many of the world's largest information technology companies, including Apple, Cisco, Google, HP, Intel and Oracle. The term originally referred to region's large number of silicon chip innovators and manufacturers, but eventually came to refer to all the high-tech businesses in the area. The region's temperate climate is favorable for the industry. Availability of skilled labor and market has played an important role in the growth of IT industry here. Despite the development of other high-tech economic centers throughout the United States and the world, Silicon Valley continues to be the leading hub for high-tech innovation and development, accounting for 1/3 of all of the investment in United States. Recap. Industrial development leads to progress and development. Industries can be classified on several bases such as size, ownership, raw material used, nature of products produced, etc. Industrial system has 3 steps: inputs, processes and outputs. Nearness to raw material, power, water, labor, transportation and market affect the location of industries. Some of the world's major industries are the iron and steel industry, the textile industry and the information technology industry.